Hi traders, good day. Welcome to Trade City Academy and welcome to my video section. My name is Prince Wijal, and now guys, today video I'm going to be talking about sandbox token, sandbox. And Sun has been on the radar for some period now. One of the wonderful MetaMask token, Metaverse token. Today I'm going to be talking about a lot of things about it. If you're not holding it, if you're holding it, where to buy and where to sell. But before we go ahead to do that, please, if it's your first time of visiting the video, the channel, please do well to click on the subscription button. If you've been visiting and you've not subscribed, please also do well to subscribe to the channel. We need your support. We need your subscription. Now, guys, today's video, let's go ahead to talk about the sandbox token. Now, first of all, let me take you to the platform. It looks like this is a sandbox platform. Like we said, it's a gaming platform. So you can come back here, look at the interface. First of all, if you want to play your game, you need to sign in, you register, you can buy a land, and many other things that I'll be talking about in the video. So let's go back. I'm not interested more in the gaming. I'm interested in the price prediction and analysis. But quick things you need to know about Sandbox. Sandbox was founded in 2012 by two persons. Also, Sandbox was founded in 2012 by two persons. That means he has been in the space for some time now, but it came to limelight after the bull run in 2017 and so when coins began to prout up and people got to notice about some of the coins. Now, Sandbox began as a 2D gaming platform. So it's a gaming coin. It's a fun coin, like we said, or like we can see here, it's a fun coin. So it begin as a 2D gaming coin, but fortunately, it has migrated to a 3D gaming platform that is now built on Ethereum. So therefore, it is an ERC20 token. Now, what is Sandbox? Sandbox gives a kind of a virtual world. So metaverse is coming, and the thing there is we have reality and we have the world of forms and idea. That's the virtual world. So we have a real world in front of us where we live. Now we have a virtual world that makes us feel as if we are super active, that makes us feel as if we achieve some lot of things which are not real. So we have the virtual world and we have the real world. Now Sandbox is trying to build that virtual world where you can have a lot of things done, you can own a lot of properties, and you can live comfortably the things the way you couldn't live in the real world. That is the gaming platform. So currently, it has about 166,000 plot of land in the virtual sandbox ecosystem. So in the gaming platform, there are lands, you purchase lands. So if you go back to the platform here, you can buy a land here. You can buy a land here. So we have about 166,000 plot of land on the MetaBox virtual world, which can be purchased. Now, if we have land in this virtual world, what does that mean? So it means I can own a land, a company, an organization can also own a land. Land buyers own a land in the metaverse system of Sandbox. Other people own land too in this particular virtual world by Sandbox too. So you can own a land. You can also purchase a land on the metaverse system of the Sandbox. Now, that good thing about this Sandbox token is you can monetize your land. Now, once you own a land, you monetize it. Remember, in the real life, we go purchase a plot of land, and we believe that the land will appreciate in time to sell back, even though you don't have intention of building on it. When the Sandbox virtual world, you can actually monetize your land. And when you monetize something, it means there are probability of you getting paid in return. Now you can also buy and sell a land, which I've explained. So you can also buy and you can sell a land in the Sandbox virtual world. Now, these lands are bought and sold as NFT. Quickly, I'm trying to put you through the overview of Sandbox before I go technical. Now, the land can be bought and sold as NFT, non-fungible tokens. Now, it has been stated that Sandbox NFT are the most traded NFT around the world. I'm going to be coming to that few times, in seconds, to talk more about Sandbox fundamentals and good things about it. But I also need you to know that Sandbox actually incorporated the zombies in their sandbox virtual world. Now, we all of us, we heard about the Walking Dead. We know about Walking Dead movie. Now, they brought in Walking Dead into the sandbox virtual world, and they gave them a plot of land. Now, Snoop Dogg also has a plot of land in the sandbox virtual world. So, like I said, if you can't own a plot of land in the real world, please get one in this virtual world, because that's what is coming, and we need to embrace technology and work according to technology. So, quick one, things you need to know about sandbox and why it has good potential. I've said it before, sandbox has the most traded NFTs. Your land, what you gain from trading, from gaming on the platform, can be traded as NFT, and it has been proven statistically that the sandbox NFTs are the most traded around the world, which means a lot of persons are trading it. A lot of persons are playing the game to earn these NFTs, which can be land. Your land can now be sold as an NFT as well as other things as well. So it means a lot of persons are playing it. A lot of persons are going to sandbox and are gaming it. And we all know that when a lot of persons are doing a particular thing, the price of that thing tends to increase. So does that mean the reason why the price of sandbox has been on an uptrend for a couple of times? Yes. And the second thing you need to know is it has a mid cap. Therefore, it doesn't require a large amount of money for it to go further. That's the price. Now, I wouldn't want to say Axie Infinity has been overbought or the price has skyrocketed high. Something can see happen. But when you compare the price of Axie Infinity to that of Sandbox, the chances of Sandbox still going higher is high compared to the Axie Infinity. So it has a mid cap, therefore it doesn't require plenty money for its price to go back up again. Now, if we go to coin market cap, now we discovered that the Sandbox has about 3 billion supply. That's about 3 billion supply. So it means that the supply of Sandbox is also encouraging. Now let's go to the roadmap. Unfortunately, the roadmap I will not going to be showing you, but let me quickly explain a few things about the roadmap of Sandbox. Now, it has a very good roadmap. It has a very good roadmap. Now, Sandbox is bringing in Xbox and PlayStation come 2022. What does that mean? You cannot play your sandbox game using the Xbox as well as the PlayStation. This is a good fundamental according to their roadmap come 2022. Now in 2023, Sandbox aims to have about 5,000 games available on their virtual world. So users will now have the liberty to choose within the games they want to play. So I have the option of playing about 5,000 games. Which one do I want to play? What are they trying to do? They're trying to pull in people to what? To their sandbox virtual system. And don't you think the price of it will skyrocketed? When a lot of persons are coming to play a particular game on a particular platform, it means the price will appreciate. Now, Sandbox also is trying to build an economy. It's called it, they are trying to create a visual economy. Let me explain that. What I mean by that is you cannot be working and aim virtually. So you get hired in the sandbox virtual economy they are trying to create. You get hired by in the virtual world and you get paid working in the virtual world. So just like somebody who is sleeping, in your sleep, you get a job and in your sleep, they pay you. And once they pay in your sleep, remember you can withdraw the money. It's a virtual world. You can go and sell your NFT and convert the money to the real world. So they are thinking are fast and they are trying to build new things and new innovation that will actually attract a lot of persons. So the Sandbox platform is a really good one. It has good fundamentals and it has a lot of things that are going to be making it to make the run. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you a few things I need you to know about the Sandbox game. So let's go back to the technical analysis. I always tell my students what moves the crypto market is 80% fundamentals and just 20% technical. Can be seen a bearish divergence on your chart. And before you know, one good news will just come and the price will skyrocket. So on the daily platform, that's the daily candle, we've seen something. Let me quickly show you something. Now I'm going to take here from here. Let me start from here. If you notice, it was an area of consolidation. Now, after the consolidation, there was an upward price movement down to this point. Now, we saw a pullback of the impulsive move. Now, we saw another one. Now, we also saw a correction. And finally, we saw something that looks like this. Now, for those of you who are very familiar with the Elliott waves theory, you can confirm that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the daily time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the daily time frame. What do we expect? We expect the ABC correction according to Elliott wave on the daily time frame. But now let's also move back to the lower time frame to actually see where we are going and what we should be expecting of sandbox in the coming days. So I switch over to 4 hours, and on my 4 hours, I still have this. And I will also want to draw something like this. I want to take this point and this point. I also want to take this point. I'm going to be explaining something. I wouldn't want to take this point, but this is an area of value. So let me just take it as well. You don't neglect these areas. They are very important. So what do we see here? Now, after the period of consolidation, there was an upward movement. Now, after the movement, he has to come down, catches his breath, which was this other period of consolidation. And then there was another movement here. Let me zoom in so you get to see something better. There was another movement here, I think from 3.4 to about 3.8, but actually got to 4.6 before consolidating. So I'm trying to capture this point. That's why the price fell big. Now there was another period here, a period of consolidation, and we had the breakout. Now the breakout got as high to 8.3, almost 8.4, and that should be like a new all-time high. What happened after here? We saw a pullback. What does that mean? Is it correcting? And after the pullback, we saw another move up, but unfortunately, this has failed to create a higher high. Remember, the height of this compared to this are not the same, so it has failed to create a higher high. What do we expect? We therefore expect the price of sand to retrace, which has happened here. Remember what we had or what I drew on the daily time frame using the Elliott wave theory. We've seen the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are now expecting the ABC correction. Now remember that we should expect a correction, and this is a pullback here. Now, what are we expecting here? The price of sand can fall further. And if it falls further, it's going to come back to retest this zone. Now, if this gives us a double bottom, then we will see another rally up. And hopefully, it should break this zone. But if this fails to give us a double bottom, then the price can go back down to retesting this zone. Because unfortunately, this zone has not been retested. That's 4.6. Now, there is a news coming up that come December 1st, that should be tomorrow, a certain quantity of SAM token will be released. And when a certain token is released, it obviously means people will want to sell. That's people who don't like holding. And if that happens, we might likely see the price drop a bit. I'm not trying to tell you that the price will fall. I'm here to predict the price for you. So if the price falls and this zone doesn't hold, there are chances that we might get up to 4.7. And once we get 4.7, we should expect a bounce and probably creation of a new all-time high. I'm not creating fear. You don't have to sell your sandbox token. I have mine and I haven't sold. Instead, I'm even buying more. That is the price prediction for sandbox. We are having a bit of retracement, which is expected, but don't be in haste to sell off, because if you sell off now, you might be the one losing. So let's see if I have something like this, which some persons want to draw something like this, but I'm not okay with this. So if I pick something like this and I tell you that the price of sandbox falls within this range, we should expect a touch here. Now, if we expect a touch around 5.7, if it falls 5.7 to 5.8, and then it's a good point to buy. It's a good point to buy because this is more like a confluence zone. So if it gets this, if it touches this point, it is a good point to buy. Why are we buying? Because it fails to create a higher high here. It fails to create a higher high. Remember what I said about ABC correction. So it fails to create a higher high here. Now, this might also be a pullback. And once that is complete, we might also see another creation here of a higher high. So if the price fall, if it fails to hold, this point fails to hold, they might go a dip further. But if this point hold, therefore, we might see SAN going to about $8 to $10. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to draw my trend line again. And this is where I'm expecting to take profit. So I'm looking at taking profit around 10 before the end of this year, hopefully around 10. Because even if it is to fall, remember we have a support here, expecting it to fall. Even if it is to fall, once it touches this, my support, maybe it touches here, 5.7, or maybe 6.0, or maybe any point, once it touches it, we expect the price to bounce. Now, once the price bounce, our next resistance will now be this zone. Once this zone is broken, that's this zone, we expect to create a new all-time high. So because it has failed to create a higher high, we expect some period of trading below this zone. Now, a good fundamental might come in, and once we break this zone, we're going to see the price really back up. So for the meantime, keep holding back more of your sandbox, and you expect the price to hit $10 before the end of the year. Guys, quick one, let me let you understand something. Please, I am not a financial advisor. Financial advisory is not my profession. Therefore, do not consider this video as a financial advice. However, I always advise you, go to CoinMarketCap, do your own research, read more about the project, know more about the project, what they are planning and all of that. Then make your own financial decision. Now, this video should be considered as an educational purpose alone, and therefore it can guide your decision making alongside your financial advice. So please, guys, do not consider this video as a financial advice. However, consider it as an educational video, just for me to tell you what to expect and what I think might happen to the sandbox. So for the meantime, let's come to one app. We see C price falling a bit. This is general market correction going on. And what do we expect? There is a bit of support here on the 1 hour. There's a bit of support here. That's this zone. And we're almost touching it. That's 6.5. And if that zone is broken, then we might also be expecting the zone, which is where I am waiting to buy. Mind you, my buy is within this zone. I'm waiting to buy around 5.8. But the crypto market is not your market. Sometimes it doesn't get to 5.8. You might just see a bullish price move upward and boom, we are gone. So please and please trade with caution and ensure you do your own research before trading. I expect the price of sandbox to go as high as $10, creating a new all-time high, but that will only be possible when this zone has been broken, because it has failed to create what a higher high, which is this. Therefore, we expect it to say, okay, is it the end of the uptrend? Can we be expecting a correction? And that's, if that stands to be true, then the price will fall a bit before going back up. So for now, before the end of the year, I am predicting that sandbox will go as far as $10. But remember, come tomorrow, certain amount of coins will be released, and that might cause the price to fall a bit. Now, also know that if the price falls, there are a lot of persons who are waiting to buy. And if that happens, people will buy. If the price falls and this zone is broken, people will be looking at buying from this area. People are looking at buying from this area, and also just like that. So Always set your trap and allow it to play. But remember, if this zone doesn't hold, we should be testing somewhere around my trend line. Now, if that zone holds, wait for technical confirmation. If it holds, go ahead and bag it. But for now, ensure you manage your position. And if you're holding sandbox, keep holding it. We see the price come to $10 before the end of the year, technically. And if that doesn't happen, with these fundamentals I've read out for you, come the first quarter of 2022, the price of sandbox should go back high because metaverse is coming and a lot of persons are embracing. So guys, if this video has been helpful, please do well to click on the subscription button and stay tuned for more interesting price prediction and educational video content. So thank you for staying true to Trade City Academy. Have a great day.